Hello, I see one person here. Hi, welcome. I figured it out. Woohoo! So far, so good. Now, I can't see. Let me get the chat going here because I can't see the chat yet. Oh, Sarah, hi there. How are you doing? What's new and exciting in your life, Sarah? Oh, I think I lost my hook. Let's see here. Today, that's not it. If I can find my hook, I can get started on my project. That would be a good thing. We're going to wait for a few more people, and then we're going to, I'm going to set my alarm. And then we'll get down on it. Okay. Sarah, good. It's about to storm here. Oh my gosh. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Fran from Ohio. Hi, Fran. I'm doing good too. Oh, hey, Sid. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, it's a really humid day here today. Very sunny, hot, and humid. So I am happy to be inside, believe me. And I turned the light off in the closet because I think last week it might have been a little too much. All right. Some of my regulars. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I just recorded my my episode for Friday that's coming out on photography tips. So Friday 8 a.m., fingers crossed if that goes well, you can watch photography tips from me on your iPhone. Tips for iPhone. You know what? I might have to excuse myself and get my hook because I thought I brought it in and I'm not seeing it anywhere around. I'm going to keep looking while you guys are getting ready. Everybody get their whips together. Wednesday whip knockout time. Come on, let's get it on. Let's do it. I am ready. Except I can't find my hook. Let's see. It fell between the cushions. Well, bummer. I'll show you what I'm working on. I'm doing I'm working on a crab, Clive the crab, that is coming out the end of the month. Lindsay from Off the Beaten Hook. She got so many pretty and beautiful animals. Her animals are realistic, but they're adorable. You know what I mean? I don't know how she does it. But this is what I have so far in my crab. So I have to finish the red and then sew it together, stuff it. So I'm going to be working on that if I could find my hook. 4 people here. Hello, everybody with the 4 people. I wish somebody could just toss me a hook out there. See, that's frustrating because I know I brought it in here. I stuck it right in my skein. Oh, man. Okay. Tammy. Hi, Tammy. How you doing? Welcome. We're going to get started here in 1 more minute, so get all your supplies together. Everybody get ready. Get your drink, get your project, get comfy. And my phone, we're going to start in a minute. It is almost 2:05. Hi, Racine. Good to have everybody here. Appreciate it. I think my sister might be joining us later this afternoon too. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just finished videotaping my episode coming out Friday on iPhone photography tips. So it's not real long. It's a short one, but hopefully there's good information for everybody there. Everybody is here, and it's 2:05. Okay. Time to get started. keep having to reset my clock. Okay, 20 minutes. Now, while you guys are starting, I'm going to go grab another hook. I don't know what happened to my first one, but I will be right back. Okay, I found another 4mm hook. Okie dokie. I'm going to check. I'm going to do a little roll call here. I don't want to lose this hook. I'm going to put it right there. Can everybody hear me okay? Excuse me. Had everybody's name and such written down and where they were from. And Sarah is in Texas. We got our Texas people here today. Not Pam. Tammy. Tammy's in Texas. It'll be my first time. Oh, the DFW Fiber Fest. Now, which one is that? DFW, isn't that a shoe store? And where is it? Also. Okay. Racine's in Texas also. Fran, are you also in Texas? So for some reason, I don't have that written down. Oh, Dallas, Fort Worth. Hello. DFW. Okay. Hi, Lizzie. Is that a Swedish flag? Lizzie, I know I have you written down here somewhere. Denmark, sorry. Oh, that's right. Fran's in Ohio. Irving, Texas. Okay. Oh, when does that start? This weekend? Grab my pen. I would love to go to a fiber festival one day. What are you up to, Lizzie? Winding down, get ready for bedtime soon? Oh, it's in September. Okay. How many days is it? How many days long is it? Lizzie would, oh, it's flowers. Okay. I didn't know what that was for a minute. So I know Chicago has a fiber festival, and I think there's one in Denver, maybe. Elise Rose had one that she went to. I don't remember where it was. On Friday or Saturday. Oh, that'll be fun. I bet that's a big event down there. It'll be good to get out of the heat. Get me in a convention center. That'd be nice. So, Seattle just had a flock fiber festival. Flock fiber. Huh. Was it just flock fiber? Like you're talking about like wool and alpaca, things like that? I have yet to go to one. I would like to. Do they give out a lot of freebies at these places? It seems like that's what I've heard. Okay, the name of the festival is Flock. Gotcha. All sorts of vendors. Fiber vendors. So is it mostly yarn products, or do they have people that sell hooks and accessories? Yarn and yarn accessories? Like propane and propane accessories? Oh, some of you guys could meet up, all you Texans. Books and bags and all sorts. Okay. Oh, that's going to be fun. If I had known, I could have saved up and gone down there. I think the closest one to me is going to be Chicago, I'm sure. And I think that's in the spring. I want to say it's in the spring. Oh, yeah, you guys are meeting up. That'll be fun. You should take some pictures and put them on your site. Sarah, you have a YouTube channel, right? That'll be fun. So have you guys met before? Sarah and Racine? Or will this be your first time meeting in person? I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. I don't have a whole lot on my mind today. And I don't want to interrupt you from doing your work. Met twice before at Tiffany's. Oh, okay. Oh, I saw that last one. It looked like so much fun. But they are too expensive for me, I'm sorry to say. And I know Tony from TL Yarn Crafts is having one in like Bermuda or somewhere like that, Turks and Caicos or somewhere. I'm like, oh, that would be fantastic, but I can't go there. Oh, crochet. Okay. Oh, that would be fun. Tiffany's so sweet. I really like her. Oh, hey, I saw that Michi is doing a live stream on Saturday mornings now with people. She had quite a big crowd. So I said, oh, please give me a shout out. We need more people to talk with here too. But I love my core members. Love you guys. Well, that's good that all you Texans can meet up down there. I tell you, there's more people from Texas that do crochet on YouTube, at least, than I think from any other state. Yeah, I looked into some retreats last week after we talked about it. I looked into this down just a tad. I looked into some so you guys can see how I'm doing here. Wow, that looks orange. This is like a cherry red. Wow. Okay. Yeah, is she from Germany? She has some kind of accent. I can't figure out what it is. Whether it's a German or what. From some of the things she's written. It looks like she may be from that area. Oh, Tiffany's going to have her street in Texas. Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Yeah, me too, Fran. Me too. And, you could always watch it when it's not live, but it's more fun when it's live, I think. Kathleen, are you here? My sister Kathleen, are you here? Say hi. She's from Germany. Okay. And she's got a pretty good following. Now, does she live near Tiffany? Down that way? I would love to go to Texas again. I've been to Dallas-Fort Worth, and I've been to San Antonio, and I've been to, she's in Oklahoma. Okay. Thank you. And I've been to Corpus Christi and South Padre Island. I think that's about it. But I would love to go back again. Yeah, she lives in Oklahoma. Okay. Okay, so what are you guys working on? Let's see how much time we got left. 10 minutes, halfway there through the first round. My sister told me she wasn't feeling well yesterday, so maybe that's why she's not on. On a hat. Worsted weight skein of yarn. Oh, the worst skein of yarn ever. Oh my gosh. Dare I ask what brand it is? I hate those knots. I usually try to, oh, a new poncho design. I'll be showcasing next month's live. Oh, yeah, I have never made a poncho. Next month's live. Don't you guys have a live coming up this Saturday, Sid? Oh, I love this yarn. That surprises me. That's one of my favorites to use for for plushies and things. I love this yarn for keychains and such. Wow, 7 knots in one skein? Just out of curiosity, is it a solid color or is it a variegated colorway? Yeah, when I come across a knot, I try to like take tiny scissors and cut around the fuzzies. And if I can hide it in what I'm working on, I just hide it. Okay, be on your channel this month. Yeah, I like joining you guys on Saturday morning. That's kind of fun. Did anybody see Shannon from Shannon Talks Yard, see her new yarn room? Oh, hey, Annette. I cut the knots out. Oh, you cut them out. So you just and you don't rejoin them. You just cut them out and start over. Oh, that is a pain. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Shannon's new room. She remodeled her room, farmhouse style, kind of country-ish style. It's really pretty, and you could tell she's very proud of it and loves it. She should. It's beautiful. Oh, Reese, you saw it. Yeah, it was cute. She likes candles. She had quite a few things that were candle related that were really pretty. Annette and Kelly. Oh, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Not sure. Have you been on before? Kelly G. Let me see if I have you here on my list. My very messy list. I might not find you if you are on here. Kelly. So, Kelly, where are you from? I ask everybody what state they're from. Oh, Tori. Hey, girl, how you doing? Oh my gosh, Tori is one of my friends. We both started our channel kind of together. She lives in Indiana, right? Somewhere, I can't remember what city, but she lives in Indiana. 7 minutes left, people. And Tori has a YouTube site. Good to see you, Tori. And Kelly. Oh, I didn't get to see where Kelly was from. Tori, you must be out of school or something. You're always so busy. Finally caught yeah. Finally, you're here live. Yay. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We got 11 folks now. I think that's a record for us. Or maybe we had 12 a couple weeks ago. I don't remember. Kelly. Where is your... Oh, smiley face. Kelly G. Please tell us where you're from. I love to know where people are from around the country, around the world. Colorado Springs. Okay. Oh, no. You're done with your summer classes, Tori. Good. Kelly G. I'm so sorry. That could be scary if you have a pneumonia complication. Ooh. I'm just making a note here. Colorado Springs. I think you have been on before, unless it was somebody else from Colorado Springs. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better now. That can wipe you out. Any kind of respiratory thing, particularly, can just wipe you out. How you doing, Annette? I saw you sent me an email, but I didn't get a chance to read it yet. Annette was the winner. Hold on. Sorry. Annette was the winner of the giveaway last week. And I sent it to her. She got it. It was some yarn, some Wonder Yarn from Furls. And it was a shirt, the Crochet Nerd shirt. And I sent her a little extra present, a little keychain. Used to travel to Springfield for work? Really? 2028. Oh, 20, you mean 2018, 2019? You are welcome for the gift. I had made a little, these go so quick at markets, and friends ask me to make them all the time, a little pickle keychain. So I made a little angry pickle keychain for Petrov, the peeved pickle. Yes. 2018. Okay. What were you doing here? What kind of work do you do? I don't remember. Oh, okay. Consulting. I'll be darned. So you work for a healthcare company or an IT company? Are you doing like sales for computer systems for hospitals, things like that? You must have a Midwest region. Drove down from Michigan, huh? 2018 was not a good year for me. That's the year my husband passed. But we stayed, my daughter and I stayed here in Springfield. Oh, there's some good news I could share with you guys. My daughter got a job. I'm so excited. She is there today at orientation. She's working in the school system. She's a paraprofessional, software implementation now on the learning side. Okay, great. But Tabitha got a job at the high school that she went to, which is just outside of town here, and she is going to be a paraprofessional. She's actually still waiting for her license, but they're hopefully going to push it through soon. Thank you. She is very excited. Like I said, she's at orientation today, and I think the kids start tomorrow, but she doesn't know if her kid is going to start tomorrow. They paired her up with a sixth grade girl who is mild to moderate special needs kid. So we will see. But that's what she's been wanting to do. So I'm so glad. Thank you, Sarah. Tori, when do you have fall classes starting, Tori? And I can't remember where you go. Do you go to it's not called U of I. Was it IUPUI, something like that? Is that near Indianapolis? I can't remember if you live in the northern part of Indiana or not. Thanks, Kelly. She's very excited. Sid, I'll have to check out that poncho because I've been kind of wanting to make a poncho. Um, Next week, Indiana State. You live in Indy. Okay. Gotcha. Some reason I was thinking you were north. No. So, Tori, last week we talked about maybe doing a retreat. Um, Maybe doing a retreat in the Midwest. And I checked out some places in this past week, but I need to check it out further because it wouldn't be till next fall. So I mean, we got plenty of time, but that would be fun to have it somewhere in the Midwest. I think I looked at places in Missouri. I looked at a place in Indiana, a place in Illinois. Seems like there was another one, maybe Iowa. But that would be fun. We're going to try to keep cost at a minimum as we can. But we can all get together and meet each other. I think that'd be fun. I'm pretty outgoing. Love to meet people. 40 seconds, and then take your little break. Oh, good. Okay, Tori, I can count on you. You're going to head it up, right? You're going to do all the details and everything. Just joshing. Let's see. Next week. Oh, you're not going to have a lot of time to crochet if you start up again next week, Tori. Have you been able to do a long video recently? You've done a lot of shorts this summer. Imagine you don't have a lot of time to do a long form video. Oh, there we go. Okay, 5-minute break, everybody. I'm going to put mine down. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I looked at one place in Missouri, and they had horseback riding, they had shooting, like target shooting. They had their lodge had a big, beautiful pool. They had a bunch of activities, but I think that might be a little bit too pricey. But and then there's Turkey Run Park. I don't know if you've been there, Tori, but there's there. What are you laughing at? There's Turkey Run State Park, and kind of near the Illinois-Indiana border. And I've been there a couple times. That's a nice place. But I'd kind of like to have a place where we could have meals done for us. And this place in Missouri did do that. And the rooms looked really nice too. So I need to figure all that out. I got plenty of time. So, oh, you graduate in December. Okay, yay. I was just telling people earlier, I have one that's coming out Friday. It's a short one, but it's on iPhone photography tips. So yeah, good. Now, how many of you guys have a YouTube channel besides me and Tori? I think Sarah does. Fran, I'm not sure if you do or not, or Annette. Yes, I thought you did, Sarah. Oh, that'll be so nice to graduate in December. Tori, what Annette, no, okay. What is your degree going to be in? Somehow I'm thinking marketing, maybe. I'm going to lean back, take a little break. Oh. How's the weather up in Michigan, Annette? Is it hot and humid up there too? Business marketing. Ah, okay. I can't believe I remembered that. Very good. 3 more minutes. Oh, hot. Yeah. Well, thank you, Kelly. Thank you for watching us here today. I guess so. I'm kind of more of I'm a fall person. I like fall the best, and then spring, and then winter. Summer is my least favorite. Oh, okay. Well, that totally makes sense. Okay, hold on. Now, why? I know who we're missing today. We're missing Bean. Is Tammy still here? Is Tammy still on? Now, just my natural hair. I know I wrote you down. Yeah, Fran. And you're in Texas, right, Fran? It was just for fun. Yeah, I might go back, if it's still on, I might go back and watch some of those, because this is my hair straightened. I go to the salon on Wednesdays, get it straightened. Oh, Ohio. I knew that. Thank you, Ohio. My old stomping grounds. Okay. So I imagine it's hot there too. Oh, get your stuff together now, folks. Coming up on 2:30. Set me alarm again. Okay, and then I'm going to ask you something. You guys something in a minute. Oh, bye, Tammy. Have a good time in class. I miss going to college. Have a good time. See you next week, hopefully. Okay, it's 2:30. Start back up, folks. Countdown begins. Okay. Tammy seems like a sweetheart. Okay. Oh, okay. So what I want to ask you guys is I was thinking about what else I can do during these Wednesdays. And I wondered if you guys would be interested in me reading a book, like during the last 20-minute segment. Yeah, Fran's going to have to move to Texas. And it doesn't have to be the whole 20 minutes, but I thought, if I'm reading and you guys are working, you could just sit and listen. You wouldn't have to, take time out to type something in a response to me or whoever. And I don't know. It's just a thought. I have, you'd have built-in friends. Oh, if she moved to Texas. Yes, she would. I don't think I want to move to Texas. It's just too hot. I lived in Florida for 10 years. I would not go back. I know that's where all the tired folks go, but too many bugs, too much heat. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. You're here for love. Oh, Sarah. Is that why you moved there? That's funny. Well, I moved to Illinois for a job, but I stayed for love too. So anyway, I was thinking, the book I was thinking about to start with is right here. That's my bookmarker. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Yeah, Jane Austen. The chapters are really short. And it's a classic, So I don't know. I'm going to think about it. And maybe I'll read you a chapter during the last 20 minutes, just the beginning chapter, and see what you guys think. Oh, you're from, yeah. Heat is not good for naturally curly hair. It's just not. I mean, even after today, when she flat ironed it, I still got the little bit of the frizzies sticking up there. Now, are you from near the Gulf in Alabama, as they call it? My ex-boyfriend, he went to school in Mobile, and he would always say, people would ask him, "You want to go to the Gulf?" I'm like, "Oh, they didn't say that." It's like, okay, that's what they called it. But you know what? I've never been to Alabama. That's one of the states I haven't been to, including the few out west, but never been to Alabama. Mobile, okay. I can't remember the name of that school there, University of Southern Alabama, I think it is. Did you go there? Fran, did you go to college there? Or did you say you moved there for a little? You're from there. Okay. You met your husband on Twitter. Wow. Listen to reading would be nice. Okay, so that's one vote from Kelly. You missed Georgia, but not the heat. Oh, Tori, I didn't know you were from Georgia originally. Yeah, that's like me in Kentucky. I miss it, but I don't know. My family keeps saying, "You're going to move now that you're retired. You're going to move back here," and I don't know. I wouldn't like Alabama if I didn't like the heat. Oh. Hey, I have a famous connection. Speaking of my ex-boyfriend, I'm going to tell you because it's funny. It's not a long story. We got 15 minutes. It won't take that long. So he went to school and he dated this girl named Karen. And her boyfriend before him was Dan Povenmire, the creator of Phineas and Ferb. And I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding. That's so cool." And it was funny because he said she would always compare them and how Dan was so creative. He was such a genius. He was wonderful. And my ex was like, "Really?" He is awesome. I love him. And I started following him on, I guess it's Instagram. And he posts almost every day. It's pretty funny. Oh, Fran, you love Jane Austen. Okay. Have you read Sense and Sensibility or seen the movie? I think this is my last round of stitches. Okay. Adaptations. Oh, now I do love the movie because of Alan Rickman. He was one of my favorite actors. He's such a cutie in that movie. I don't think I've seen any other adaptations besides the movie. Is that what you mean? Was there a TV show on Netflix or something about it? Oh, you just saw the movie? Okay. PBS and BBC did a full set. Oh, oh wow! I missed out on that. I'm not much of a PBS watcher lately. Sometimes I think we get the BBC on our cable channels here. I am definitely going to have to check that out. I have seen that. I've seen Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. My daughter showed that to me. We watched it together. It was pretty good. It was funny and uh, from what I remember, it was funny and pretty different. Yeah. Oh, that's funny, Annette, that we've both seen that. I can't remember whether that was it an actual movie in the theaters or was it like a Hulu movie or something. I don't remember, but yeah, I liked it. I've never read Pride and Prejudice though, or seen the original movie. That's next on my list. I went through a phase where I went through a phase where I read a lot of classics, um, but I just wanted to be well read, and I hadn't usually read a lot of classics. I like murder mysteries is my favorite genre of book with the bits added. Okay, huh? Um, but I've got a collection of classics. But I thought if you guys want to do this, we could start with Sense and Sensibility and see how it goes. Like I said, the chapters are pretty short. It'd take us a while to get through the whole book, but Pride and Prejudice is your favorite. Okay, well that is definitely on my list. I can't see how many words I got here. 17. Okay, yeah, I think 17 is the last row. Does anybody else have a favorite genre of books that they like? Mystery, sci-fi, westerns, classics. I have I belong to a book club that we meet about once a month, once every 6 weeks, and I'm reading. It's got to be our only requirement is we each take turns picking a book, and our only requirement is that it's fiction. And right now we're reading Britt Marie Was Here. It's from the guy who also wrote A Man Called Ove, which was also the movie A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks. So it's pretty entertaining. I'm enjoying it. I'm about 3/4 of the way through our meetings on Saturday. Horror kick at the moment. Okay. Like a Stephen King kind of kick. My daughter loves Stephen King. I think she's read all his books. Zombie. I like zombies. I tell her I like zombies. I can do werewolves, um, ghosts. But here's what I don't like. I don't like vampire stuff. And what's the other one? Oh, like witches. Yeah, that kind of creeps me out. Vampires, I'm just not interested in. Witches kind of creep me out. The zombie apocalypse. But I've read quite a few Stephen King also. Boy, I tell you what movie I watched last year of his. I watched It last year. I was surprised how well I liked that. I thought that was really interesting and very scary. Yeah, and the book, It, I think that's the one that's like really huge, isn't it? I think it is. But I haven't read anything later of his after that one. Like I've read some of the old stuff. Both parts. Okay. Let's see how we're looking here. We got 9 minutes left. Yeah. Hope you guys are making some progress on your WIPs. Like I said, I'm gonna finish this top of this crab, and then I'll be able to sew them together tonight. Stuff them. Oh, so last week, you guys know, last week I had to frog my cardigan, and I went to my friend. Shoot. So I did some resewing. I went down to like this. Where is it? It's backwards. I went down to like this row. So I've only done like 3 rows to catch up, but I'm not getting this chart that she has in there. It's from MJ's Off the Hook, I think it's called. And she's got a chart of like all the sizes and the rows and the sleeve size and all that. But it doesn't line up or something. I mean, this is my first wearable. So, but even my friend Karen, even she was like, I'm not sure about this. Grady Hendrix. The Final Girls. Paperbacks from Hell? That one's nonfiction? Oh my God. I don't think I would like that one. Things about witches and the devil and Ouija boards and stuff. I had a bad experience with a Ouija board once, so I stay away from those. They just kind of creep me out. Grady Hendrix. Don't know that author. Sid, you must be hard at work. Or maybe you left already. If you're hard at work, or if you're not, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I always like the Saturdays with you and Shannon. They're a lot of fun. If people don't know, I think like once a month you do that, right? Sid, you do, you and Shannon do a live stream, like one Saturday a month. But it's fun. You can tell you guys get along really good. I think you complement each other very well. Okay. Whoops. Don't erase anything. Let's see what we got left here. 6 minutes till our stretches. And I didn't make up some new ones this week. We're going to go back to the ones we did in week 1. We've done 4 weeks of new stretches. So we're going to go back to week 1 and do those. The 3rd Saturday of the month. I think it is the 3rd Saturday of the month. I think you're right, Racine. And Cozy Mysteries. As opposed to Scary Mysteries, or is that a brand name, Cozy Mysteries? Oh, I've never read Anne of Green Gables. Ooh, maybe we can do that one too. After Sense and Sensibility. Hey, you guys can vote for the next book if we end up doing this. I'll see how long it takes to read a chapter or 2 today. See what you guys think. That way you can just super focus on your work and you won't have to look at the chat. You won't have to, look at me or answer to anybody. Chronicles of Prydain? That's a new one on me. Short, fun mysteries. Oh, okay. I've got I've got the Calm app on my phone, and I listen to sleep stories every night to go to sleep. Um, and my one of my favorites is Stephen Lyons. He's a British guy. No, he's Welsh, and he reads these stories called the Minor Mysteries, Minor, and they're just like small little. Um, People come to him and his niece who run a bookshop, and they have them solve some kind of little mystery. So it's kind of fun, and I love his accent. I love those sleep stories. I don't know if any of you have the Calm app, but I love the sleep stories. They pretty much knock me out every night. They're based on Welsh mythology. Are you talking about the cozy mysteries? I'm sorry, Sarah. You're not getting a lot of crocheting done. I keep asking you questions. 3 minutes. Okay. Lloyd Alexander, The Book of Three, The Black Cauldron. I have heard of The Black Cauldron. Cozy mysteries is a genre. Okay. Does anybody have the Calm app on their phone and listen to the sleep stories or to the music? I tell you, when I got it, it was in 2018, right after my husband died, and I had a lot of trouble sleeping. And I tell you, I don't listen to the male voices because they're more calming to me because they're lower. I listen to the male voices, and I love the men with the accents. So I just love those sleep stories. You don't have the app anymore. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little pricey. It's like $80 a year. But to me, it's worth it. They got sleep stories on there. They got music. I'm trying to think what else to do, like little meditations and such. But it's good. Two minutes, everybody. I'm just going to sit and stare at myself while you guys finish up. There's 8 of us here. Another thing I thought, if I did it the last 20-minute segment, for people that just want to listen to a story, they can just join us the last 20 minutes. Or if they don't want to hear the story, they can be with us the first, the first 2 20-minute segments, and then, and then they can sign off in the last one if they don't want to hear the story. So we'll see. I think it might as well give it a shot, see what happens. Hmm. 45 seconds. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay, Kelly. Well, I know you'll be in. Okay. You'll be in. Good. And I'll try to read slow and calming. My friend Karen, who is my expert crochet person I go to when I'm having issues, especially with wearables, she was a teacher, and she has the most calming reading voice. I could sit and listen to her read stories for hours. Yeah, it's good because I don't really like books on tape. Whoops. Stop. Okay. I don't really like books on tape, but I like reading, but you can't read an actual book and crochet at the same time. Okay, are we ready to stretch? Put everything down. Okay, we're going to start at the shoulder, work our way down to the hands. The first one is rotation of the shoulder. We're going to do external rotation and internal rotation. This uses a lot of muscles, like 4 different muscles around the shoulder girdle here. So when you externally rotate, really stretch it back. There you go. And then down. This is internal rotation. I'm kind of cheating. I'm resting my hands on the armrest. I shouldn't do that. And if you can't do it against gravity, you can do it against your stomach, internal and external that way. Internal and external. But of course, it's more work to do it against gravity. So, or you could even go behind your head. This is also external rotation. Stretch it, hands off head, stretch it that way. And then internal, you could put your hands on your waist, or you could, rest on your armrest, just stretch that shoulder. One more time, back and down. Okay. Now we're going to do tricep stretch. We're going to go straight up. Put your hand kind of over this way because we're going to stretch this part of our arm. And you're just going to kind of pull and hold. Don't overstretch where it hurts, but that you can feel it. Release. Other arm. And this is my bad arm, so I can't do very much I can't stretch it very far. Oh, Luna, you see her standing there whining? You're like, it's time to come out now, Mommy. No, not time to come out yet. Sorry. You stand there and whine. Oh, that feels good on those triceps. And other arm. Last one. Yeah. Oh. Okay. And then we got an easy one. Listen to audio while you crochet. Oh, wrist roll, everybody. Nice, good. Easy stretch, and then go the other way. There are, let me see if I remember now, 8 bones in your wrist. That's why your wrist does so many movements. It can circumnavigate like this. It does flexion, extension. It does side to side. I think we did this last week. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. That's the wrist rolls. Good. Everybody rolling those wrists. And the opposite way. You can probably hear the cracking in my wrists. Okay. And the last one is, palms together. And we're going to lift those elbows so that your wrists are extended. And then you're going to kind of glide up from your fingers so your fingers get extended. So you start here. You're going to come out with your elbows so you can feel the stretch on your wrist extensors, which are up here. Okay, and then you kind of roll heel of your hand, let that go, press on your fingers, and that will extend them out. There you go, and off. Let's try that again. We've got time for one more, I think. Okay, and wrist, push off your palms, stretch, extend those fingers. Okay. Wonderful, guys. Okay. Almost time to start for our last 20 minutes, and I will start the first chapter of Sense and Sensibility. We'll see how many people we lose. Hopefully nobody, but I'll read at least halfway through the 20-minute segment. One more minute. Thank you. I like those exercises too. Those are some good ones. I hope everybody got to stretch, maybe take a little break. Okay, it's 2:55. Here we go. 20 minutes. Okay. So here we go. Chapter 1, Sense and Sensibility. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Okay, so you guys just work, and I'm going to read. Okay. Everybody ready? Chapter 1. The family of Dashwood had been long settled in Sussex. Their estate was large, and their residence was at Norland Park, in the center of their property, where for many generations they had lived in so respectable a manner as to engage the general good opinion of their surrounding acquaintance. The late owner of this estate was a single man who lived to a very advanced age, and who, for many years of his life, had a constant companion and housekeeper in his sister. Excuse me. But her death, which happened 10 years before his own, produced a great alteration in the home. For to supply her loss, he invited and received into his house the family of his nephew, Mr. Henry Dashwood, the legal inheritor of the Norland estate, and the person to whom he intended to bequeath it to. In the society of his niece and nephew and their children, the old gentleman's days were comfortably spent. His attachment to them all increased. The constant attention of Mr. and Mrs. Henry Dashwood to his wishes, which proceeded not merely from interest, but from goodness of heart, gave him every degree of solid comfort which his age could receive, and the cheerfulness of the children added a relish to his existence. By a By a former marriage, Mr. Henry Dashwood had one son. By his present lady, 3 daughters. The son, a steady, respectable young man, was amply provided for by the fortune of his mother, which had been large, and half of which devolved on him on his coming of age. By his own marriage, likewise, which happened soon afterwards, he added to his wealth. To him, therefore, the succession of the Norland estate was not so really important as to his sisters, for their fortune, independent of what might arise to them from their fathers inheriting that property, could be but small. Their mother had nothing, and their father only £7,000 at his own disposal. For the remaining money of his first wife's fortune was also secured to her child, and he had only life interest in it. The old gentleman died, his will was read, and like almost every other will, gave as much disappointment as pleasure. He was neither so unjust nor so ungrateful as to leave his estate from his nephew, but he left it to him on such terms as destroyed half the value of the bequest. Mr. Dashwood had wished for it more for the sake of his wife and daughters than for himself or his son. But to his son and his son's son, a child of 4 years old, it was secured in such a way as to leave to himself no power of providing for those who were most dear to him, and who most needed a provision by any charge on the estate or by any sale of its valuable woods. The whole was tied up for the benefit of this child, who, in occasion visits with his father and mother at Norland, had so far gained on the affections of his uncle by such attractions as are by no means unusual in children of 2 or 3 years old, an imperfect articulation, an earnest desire of having his own way, many cunning tricks, and a great deal of noise, as to outweigh all the value of all the attention which for years he had received from his niece and her daughters. He meant not to be unkind, however, and, as a mark of his affection for the 3 girls, he left them £1,000 apiece. Mr. Dashwood's disappointment was at first severe, but his temper was cheerful and sanguine, and he might be reasonably hoped to live many years, and by living economically, lay a considerable sum from the produce of an estate already large and capable of almost immediate improvement. But the fortune which had been so tardy in coming was his only one 12-month. He survived his uncle no longer, and £10,000, including the late legacies, was all that remained for his widow and daughters. His son was sent for as soon as the danger was known, and to him Mr. Dashwood recommended, with all the strength and urgency which illness could command, the interest of his mother-in-law and sisters. Mr. Dashwood had not the strong feelings of the rest of the family, but he was affected by a recommendation of such a nature at such a time, and he promised to do everything in his power to make them comfortable. His father was rendered easy by such an assurance, and Mr. John Dashwood had then leisure to consider how much there might prudently be in his power to do for them. He was not an ill-disposed young man, unless to be rather cold-hearted and rather selfish is to be ill-disposed, but he was in general well-respected, for he conducted himself with propriety in the discharge of his ordinary duties. He had married a more amiable woman. Had he married a more amiable woman, he might have been still more respectful than he was. He might even have been made amiable himself, for he was very young when he married and very fond of his wife. But Mrs. John Dashwood was a strong caricature of himself, more narrow-minded and more selfish. When he gave his promise to his father, he meditated within himself to increase the fortunes of his sisters by the present of £1,000 apiece. He then really thought himself equal to it. The prospect of £4,000 a year, in addition to his present income, besides the remaining half of his own mother's fortune, warmed his heart and made him feel capable of generosity. Yes, he would give them £3,000. It would be liberal and handsome. It would be enough to make them completely easy. £3,000. He could spare so considerable a sum with little inconvenience. He thought of it all day long, and for many days successively he did not repent. No sooner was his father's funeral over than Mrs. Dashwood, without sending any notice of her intention to her mother-in-law, arrived with her child and their attendants. No one could dispute her right to come. The house was her husband's from the moment of his father's decease, but the indelicacy of her conduct was so much the greater, and to a woman in Mrs. Dashwood's situation, with only common feelings, must have been highly unpleasing. But in her mind there was a sense of honor so keen, a generosity so romantic, that any offense of the kind, by whomever given or received, was to her a source of immovable disgust. Mrs. John Dashwood had never been a favorite with any of her husband's family, but she had had no opportunity till the present of showing them with how little attention to the comfort of other people she could act when occasion required it. So acutely did Mrs. Dashwood feel this ungracious behavior, and so earnestly did she despise her daughter-in-law for it, that on the arrival of the latter she would have quitted the house forever, had not the entreaty of her own eldest girl induced her first to reflect on the propriety of going, and her own tender love for all three of her children determined her afterwards to stay, and for their sakes avoid a breach with their brother. Eleanor, the eldest daughter, whose advice was so effectual, possessed a strength of understanding and a coolness of judgment, which qualified her, though only 19, to be the counselor of her mother, and enabled her frequently to counteract, to the advantage of them all, the eagerness in mind that Mrs. Dashwood must generally have led to imprudence. I'm sure I didn't skip a page. Okay. She had an excellent heart, her disposition was affectionate, and her feelings were strong, but she knew how to govern them. It was a knowledge which her mother had yet to learn, and which one of her sisters had resolved never to be taught. Marianne's abilities were, in many respects, quite equal to Eleanor's. She was sensible and clever, but eager in everything. Excuse me. Her sorrows, her joys, could have no moderation. She was generous, amiable, interesting. She was everything but prudent. The resemblance between her and her mother was strikingly great. We're almost done. Excuse me. Maybe I need coffee instead of Mountain Dew next time. Eleanor saw with concern the excess of her sister's sensibility, but by Mrs. Dashwood it was valued and cherished. They encouraged each other now in the violence of their affliction. The agony of grief, which overpowered them at first, was voluntarily renewed, was sought for, was created again and again. They gave themselves up wholly to their sorrow. seeking increase of wretchedness in every reflection that could afford it, and resolved against ever admitting consolation in future. Eleanor, too, was deeply afflicted, but still she could struggle. She could exert herself. She could consult with her brother, could receive her sister-in-law on her arrival and treat her with proper attention, and could strive to rouse her mother to similar exertion and encourage her to similar forbearance. Margaret, the other sister, this is the youngest one, I believe, was good-humored, well-disposed girl, but she had already imbibed a good deal of Marianne's romance without having much of her sense. She did not, at 13, bid fair to equal her sisters at a more advanced period of life. So that is chapter 1. What did you guys think? That took me 11 minutes to read that chapter. The print is really small. I don't think I would make it through the next one without getting cut off, but next time I will have hot coffee with me and hopefully you loved it. Okay, thank you. I liked reading that again. It's so formal, it's I guess how they wrote back then, and calming. Okay, good, wonderful, thank you. So we'll just continue on until you guys get tired of it, I guess. So the last 20 minutes of every WIP Wednesday, I'll read at least one chapter out of Sense and Sensibility. So we got the beginnings, we got the introduction of the Dashwood mother and sisters, and the awful half-brother and his wife. Yeah, it was published in 1811. And if you've ever seen the movie, I love the dress, the period outfits there, the Regency dresses. They came to right under the bust and then straight and long. It was just really pretty. I thought it was a pretty style. I know the younger sister doesn't have much to do in the story, really. It's mostly about Eleanor and Marianne. Oh, gosh. Oh, Lizzie, I didn't think of that. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, this Old English kind of language is difficult to understand. Let me think on that. And see if there's any way around it. Okay. So the gist of the story, Lizzie, is there's a family that lived in the early 1800s in England, and the father died, and his second wife, and his and her 3 daughters, but he had a son by his first wife, and his son is now married to a kind of an awful woman. So it basically revolves around them and how the daughters are trying to get married off, so to speak. Okay. So that's the synopsis of the first chapter. We have left 6 minutes. So thank you all 8 of you for sticking around. I appreciate it. I hope we can grow this channel and that people can find us and enjoy us. I know a Wednesday mid-afternoon is kind of a hard time for a lot of people who are working, but I do get like an extra close to 100 views altogether. By the time the next week comes around, people rewatching it. So that is good. That is more fun live, I think. I rarely watch a live stream after it's been recorded. I mean, I guess a lot of people do, but I'd rather see it live personally. Occasionally I will, but not very often. Okay, people, keep working. I think I'm gonna, this I'm gonna have turn. It says turn right side out and then sew it together and then turn it and stuff it. So I will do that later. Well, thank you, Fran. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It takes longer, to read out loud, of course, than it does to read on your own. But I don't mind. It's just as long as my voice holds out, I don't mind at all. Now, the thing is, for people that come on that haven't heard the chapters previous, they might be a tad bit lost, but I'll see what I can do to synopsize the story. Synopsize? Is that a word? in the first, couple minutes of that last 20-minute segment. Okay, I'm glad you guys joined us today. Let's see. How can we end our conversation this afternoon? Anybody have any suggestions? Did anybody finish anything? Finish a project or get a good deal done? Or maybe started something new? We've got 4 minutes. So yes, this Friday, my next episode is out on using your iPhone to take photos. I still got to edit that, but it's supposed to come out Friday morning. Now, lately with YouTube, it's been taking a long time once you hit the button to download it. It takes sometimes almost 24 hours to download, which I'm a little, I'm a little concerned about. But you're weaving in all the ends on the hat. Yeah. Finishing up a blanket, Kelly. Wonderful. Let's see. Kelly. Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to go on Tiffany's site or join her membership or something to find out about her retreat. Is it in the spring? Does anybody know when it's going to be? I know you said Texas somewhere. Is this for your dad's birthday, Kelly, or just for fun? No dates or locations yet. Okay. Thank you. Just Texas. That's a big state, so it could be anywhere, I guess. Once she picks a place, I'll have to see how long that would take me to drive down there. That would be fun to join it this year. Is it just for the membership people, or can anybody join? He saw my mother. Oh, gosh, that's so funny. Well, good. I'm glad your parents appreciate your talent. That's great. Having driven from Milwaukee to Austin, it's a long drive. Ooh, boy. Yeah, open anyway. Okay. Yeah, that would be. Hey, you could pick me up. Right? Oh, you don't still live in Milwaukee, though. I think I heard I think my daughter's home. Let's see. We got a minute 37 left, folks. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I appreciate your patronage and watching, and I hope you got something out of today's WIP. I enjoyed reading the story. Sunburst Crop by Mama in a Stitch. I don't know Mama in a Stitch. Huh. Wow. Good job, Fran. I'm not a granny square expert by any means, because they're just kind of not my style. But thank you, Kelly. We loved having you. But I have made squares like tapestry squares. Those are fun. And I did make some hexagons to make a purse. I showed that guy. I think I showed you my purse that I made. Granny squares and stitches. Huh. I'll have to look that one up, because once I finish this cardigan, I'd like to start making some wearables if I don't get too frustrated along the way. Oh, yeah. Exactly. It's funny because, this cardigan is supposed to be like halfway down your thigh, but I don't want it to be that long, so I'm shortening it a little bit So it comes like over my rear, but like at the top of my thighs. But yeah, I don't think I ever wore a crop top, even when I was younger. Ah, okay, everybody. Time is up. Thank you for today. I go when you close for today. Okay. Thank you, Lizzie, for joining us. Have a good night's sleep, Lizzie. And everybody else, have a great rest of your day. And join me on Friday for my episode. And then I'll see you next Wednesday. We'll do some more crocheting and some more reading. Bye, everybody.